Good morning, children. I hope you all are doing fine by the grace of God Almighty. As you all are aware of the pandemic around us, we all have switched over to virtual teaching in place of our previous traditional classroom teaching. Let me introduce myself to you all. I am Mrs. Nahi Javeria and will be handling physical science. Before I start my lesson, I would like to instruct my students to be regular, punctual, and attentive in watching the videos. You all are going to complete the notes provided to you and clarify your doubts, if any, during the time allocated for it. I wish you all the very best for this academic year 2020-21. So, let's start with the first chapter, reflection of light at curved surfaces. What is reflection? As you have learnt about it in your previous classes, the process of bouncing back of light rays into the same medium when it strikes a highly polished surface is known as reflection. The mirror acts as a perfect example for a highly polished surface. The light ray which is incident on the mirror is known as the incident ray, as you see in the slide. Once the ray of light is incident on the mirror, it bounces back into the same medium as the reflected ray. The angle formed by the incident ray with the normal is known as angle of incidence, and the angle formed by the reflected ray with the normal is known as angle of reflection. The laws of reflection. The first law is the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal at the point of incidence all lie on the same plane. And the second law, the angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. If we denote the angle of incidence by angle I and angle of reflection by angle R, then angle I is equal to angle R. For example, if the angle of incidence is 60 degrees, then the angle of reflection also has to be 60 degrees. If it is 30 degrees, then angle of reflection is also 30 degrees. Now let's see what are spherical mirrors. The mirrors which have curved surfaces are known as spherical mirrors. They can be thought of as being made from a part cut off from a hollow glass sphere. There are two types of spherical mirrors in general: concave mirrors and convex mirrors. If we assume a hollow glass sphere as you see in the slide and we cut a part of it, so if we are painting the inner surface and the outer surface is left as the reflecting surface, then it gives rise to a convex mirror. And if we are painting the bulged surface as you see in the second right side of the slide, if we are painting the outer surface, then the inner surface which is acting as a reflecting surface, such type of mirror is a concave mirror. So if at all you take a rubber ball and cut a part of it, less than half of it, the bulged surface, if it is acting as a reflecting surface, that is a convex mirror. And the curved part, if it acts as a reflecting surface, then it acts as a concave mirror. Let's see the differences between a concave mirror and a convex mirror. As you all know, in concave mirror, the reflecting surface is curved inwards, and in convex mirror, the reflecting surface is bulged outwards. The second point, the rays after reflection seems to converge at a point in case of a concave mirror, whereas the rays after reflection seem to diverge from a point. The images formed in a concave mirror are real and inverted images, whereas the images formed in convex mirrors are virtual and erect images. Now let's see what is a real image or a virtual image. The image actually formed by the intersection of light rays is known as a real image, and the image which is formed by the controlled rays of light is known as a virtual image. These real images can be caught on a screen, whereas virtual images cannot be caught on a screen. The images which are formed in a concave mirror may be enlarged, same size, or diminished depending on the position of the objects in front of the mirror. Whereas convex mirrors always produce diminished images. Diminished means less in size. When we come to the use of a concave mirror, it is generally used in a car headlight, whereas in the same vehicle, the mirror used as a rear view mirror is a convex mirror, because we need to have a diverged view of the traffic behind us. Now coming to the next slide, identify the mirrors which are used in the objects given below. You see a rear view mirror, reflector, car headlights, mirror in your torch, and a dish antenna. So in the rear view mirror, the mirror which we use is a convex mirror, and in the headlights and in torch lights we use concave mirrors, and the mirror used in the dish antenna is also a concave mirror, because in concave mirrors the reflected lights converge at a point. So I hope you all have understood what are spherical mirrors and the various types of spherical mirrors and the laws of reflection. So today's assignment for you all is state the laws of reflection. Secondly, differentiate between concave and convex mirrors. Thank you.